Okay, now we're looking at elevations. I'm starting off with this east elevation. There's a couple of normal things on there that we want to look at. We really don't need these to be on here as usual, so quickly turn those off as you've done a million times before. We really only needed them on one drawing, but they tend to pop up everywhere. These can be tidied up same old way, just bringing these up a little bit and making sure they're all lining up. And maybe bringing the tops down a little bit too, just to make them look neat. Where are we? And just getting them all, the main thing is they're all lining up, they're looking good. Okay, so now when we have a look at this, we'll just check our plot box crop. So we want to crop it, we show the crop region, and yeah, we've got a few problems here. One of the things is that all this is getting tangled up. All these levels are getting tangled up with our patio. Now, what I'm going to do is go in and show you how this actually ends up on a sheet. We'll be doing it a bit later, but it's good to be able to just have a look at these and see what happened. Now, I'm going to that sheet that had my general comments on, and while I'm here, I'm going to, I will start to rename those a bit later on, but I'm on that sheet, and if I come back up to my elevations, click and hold, I can actually drag that elevation on to the sheet. Now, it would be on its own sheet, and you can see what it's actually going to look like. For a start, we're going to have this box showing around it. Let me just click out of that, which is our crop box. We don't want that to show, so we'll take that off when we go back in, but we can see that we've got to fix this up because it doesn't look good at all, and there's way too much level lines out this side as well. So I'll just highlight that and delete. It's only deleting it out of there, it's not deleting it out of our main drawing. So if we come back and click on that, it'll actually pick it up again. So I'm going to bring this plot box right over to about here. I'm going to play around and move some of these till they line up. I'm going to bring it right over inside the plot box. And I'm going to move the rest of these as well. They should move as one, and bring those over there, which allows me to come down to this end of the plot box now and drag this out a bit. Hopefully these will all move together. Let's see. They do, and I'm dragging them out far enough so that they are away from the house. Okay, what do we need to dimension on this? One of the things I noticed straight away is, where's my posts gone? I've only got these lines happening here. That's just a good indication that you're not on the detailed level fine. So just come up and click on fine, and you can see that you get those there. I'm going to leave those in at the moment. We don't need to have those there, and when we actually do final sets of drawings later on, we will actually have some soil here that will cover those up. So don't worry about them too much. This is just for the first first assessment task, and what we're doing is just getting you to produce some sheets with some drawings on it. So we're leaving those there at this page. So it's really just tidying those things up. There is one thing that we can do though, is we want to know how high these window heads are, so we can actually dimension those from the ground level. So what I'll do is come into dimension, and I'm going to pick on that head height. You can see it's different to that one there, but it is the same for the actual door height. If you can see, that's good. Come down to the ground level, and I'm just going to put that measurement in there. Oops, will be good. And that tells us, if there's only one dimension there, it tells us all of those dimensions are that standard height. Okay. When we go into the other one, we don't know how high that door is, so we'll have to indicate where that is as well. And we could actually put some in for rails and that, but I'm not too fussed at this stage. If you think there's any more that you can put on there, you might want to put a note in about what type of railing it is. Again, all you need to do is really come out of it, click on the railing, and there's your note there, railing, glass panel, bottom fill. So you just put a note in with a leader, like I've shown you in the previous videos, put in there to say that it is. So you can add some of those things in as you go along. I'm not going to put them in at this stage. I want you to add them in and see how you go with it. It will determine how good you are at it. plot box. Again, we can just tidy this up so it's as small as it possibly can be around the drawing, and then I'm going to make it invisible so that when we actually do now bring that in, if we go back and look at our unnamed sheet and come down and pick up that east, we can bring it in. Now you'll see that it actually gets a little bit of like a leader here that tells you what that view is, and it gives it a number. Okay, so that's looking quite good there. I'll just undo that and take that out. Okay, so what do you need to do now? You need to go through and tidy up all of these views now. You should, I don't think there's anything there that's going to present any problems. I think that one we've pretty well, we maybe just need to move the plot box out there so that it takes it in. No, sorry, that plot box is good there. These will show okay. All right, there's no problem with those. The kitchen elevations, you might put some dimensions in about the height of that kitchen. I think we did it on this one, so we don't need to touch that. So that's looking good. I wouldn't put in the color, keep it as line work. We don't have any color in architectural drawings unless we're showing, you know, cover pages and things like that. South, that's looking good. That's the front of the house. Remember, you can put in the height of the windows there. So we've got the roof height there, but you can also have a height of the windows, and you might want to move these slightly off to the side a little bit so they're not, these parts here are not in the house. Okay, so that's looking pretty good there. Oh, and get rid of the grid. Bring these down so they're neat. Again, get rid of the grid. I'm just gonna hide these in view, and if I select category, all those grids will go. Okay, so we've got those there. We do have these measurements for these on another drawing, so that's fine. We could actually hide all of these and just hold the shift key down. Sorry, hold the shift key down and hide all these, grab all these. No, they're not going to grab. Go like that. And just hide in view and elements. And you can do the same with the posts and the stairs. Get that all out the way so you're just getting a front view. That's a good idea as well. So let's see if we can just do that. They should capture. There we go. You got to actually click on them. And hide in view, elements. There's more there behind them. If you do category with these, it'll take out the post out the front here because they're the same post. So just remember that. Don't do it by category. Make sure you're doing it by element. Stairs, hide in view, element. And there's some more stairs, the rail there, so again, hide in view and element. There's another one there too, there's the two rails. Hide in view, element. Remember, you can always get these back by just clicking on, or sorry, they would have come up now, and you can actually get rid of them and get them back again later on. Okay. So there we go, we've got our front view there, and again we've got our west view that needs to be tidied up. It's not too bad. We've got some window heights there, that's fine, we've put those in before. This could probably move over a little bit, it's a bit bunched up, and also we want to get rid of our showing our box around that as well. So I'll let you play around with those and get them correct. Same goes with the sections. Make sure this is your plot box, remember, that won't matter. These will show. I'll just show you that again. If you don't know if it's going to look good or not, come in and just drag it into a blank screen and have a look at what it's going to actually look like. That one's got the plot box around it. Oh, sorry, the crop box around it. Still, we need to take that away, but that's all on that one. So if we just undo on that one, go back into there, hide the crop region. Let's put that back in there again and see what it looks like. And just drag, hold and drag in place with a click. and that one's looking quite good there now. Okay, so just keep going through those, make sure you're getting them all tidied up, looking good. This one's a bit messy, it needs a real good tidy up, that one, etc. That one I think we fixed up pretty good, so it's ready to go. And the south section, that needs to have these all altered and moved around as well. Okay, so have a bit of fun with that. If you want to show me during lesson what you've been doing, we can share your desktop and have a look at what you're doing and make sure that it's all nice and clean. And then we'll be ready to start to create our drawing sheets and put each of these views, sections and plans into those drawing sheets. So go on to your next video to have a look at that.